Hi, Charles Woods for HotDevelopers.net, and this would be Autodesk 3ds Max 2016. With Max, you can import subprograms, which are commonly referred to as plugins. Um, One of the plugins I want to go over is Craft Director Studio, one of many that I want to go over. But with this one, it allows you to rig vehicles, doors, elevators, trains, planes, boats, cars, motorcycles, bikes. It even have a humanoid contraption in it that you can work with. I haven't worked with that one. It's kind of jinky, but the rest of it works very well, and that's what I want to go over with. This is where we'll start. We'll import let's import an object. How about a vehicle? Yeah, I want to import a vehicle. I want to skip hidden objects. Do not want cameras nor daylight system, because there are other plugins that we can use for that. We'll be going over those shortly. Once in, we want to group our item. Let's group it. Let's group everything, right? This is a Warthog. If you heard of Microsoft, I'm pretty sure you heard of this one. This is one of their vehicles. It's a model I got from 3D Warehouse, which is called Trimble now, I guess. Anyway, it's free. I neglected to get the author's name, but he did a good job. We want to group this. Then we want to open our grouping so we can get inside here. There's some interesting pieces I come across here, like this right here. See, I wanted this to be separate. It's not separate. Let's see if I can. Is that grouped? No, we can't open that. That's one piece. But what we can do is isolate that piece. Let's try this. I want to break it down into three groups here. Yeah, see, we can get that. The barrel is a must have. So let's carve this up. It shouldn't take too long. By holding control, I can grab that piece, this barrel, this piece, this barrel, and I do want this with it, that. Let me see. No, I want the barrel to be separate, so I want to leave the housing unit off of it. Yeah, we'll undo that. And at this point, we'll let's detach it. Call it gun barrel. Yeah, I'm good with the naming conventions. We'll detach that. Okay. Okay. Right. No, we have this. It's separate, and it should be one unit. We come up out of here. We can. Yeah, we got gun barrel. See, I want this to recoil. Yes, when the weapon shoots. Oh, I didn't mention that. With Craft Director Studio, we can simulate weapon firing with it. Yeah, it's a lot of added features. A lot of added features. So we have that now, and there's another piece that I need to separate. We have to come up out of here, deselect, select this guy here, and I think I'll make that one unit. Let me try that. Hold control key, we'll grab that. Our barrel will recess into the body, and we'll want these handles to go with this. And our backside, we have our shield. We need our backside too. And grab that. Yeah, that's a plus. We'll need this stuff here. We got to have the trigger mechanism. Okay, is that everything? Well, that's all I'm gonna need, and we'll do the same thing. Let's detach it. We'll call this the gun housing unit. Gun housing. Yeah, let's do gun housing. Gun housing sounds great to me. Okay, that. Now let pieces separated as well. Come up out of subdivision, and this remaining piece can stay together. So when I grab this, right, we want it. I needed to do this stuff. We'll rotate it. I needed to rotate. I'll need it to rotate. Wow, I should have set the pivot on it. Okay, that's what I'll do. See if that'll work. We'll set this pivot, center pivot to object, and then try our rotation without the pivot. That way, that's what I need. That's what I need right there. Get that in place. Now we can come out of isolation for a minute. And I want to close my grouping. I'm going to have to regroup everything. Let's do that. Group close. Okay, and if I move, what if I can... No, see, that's what I don't want. So Control Z that, move. And with our grouping, we'll ungroup. I want to bring everything in together, right, as one piece. It's easier to operate that way. Then we'll regroup it. We'll give it a decent name this time. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, now that's all one unit. But when I open it, I can have the individual pieces that I want. Can you dig it? I can dig it. Yeah, I can dig it a lot. And check this out, right? I need to go in here and open our grouping again because there are certain things that I forgot. Okay, it's a lot to remember. This is a tedious process, but it keeps me busy, keeps me on my toes. Let's open our grouping. We'll hit it, grouping, and there it is right there. Effect pivot, we want that to be center to object. Let's grab this piece, same way. Ensure that this piece is same way. Okay, I didn't do the other one. Let me do this one. Okay. Let's make sure you turn the effect pivot only button off. You need to come out of there. Things can go haywire very fast indeed. Rigging a helicopter is a lot of fun. With rigging this system, you can, with the helicopter, you can use your joystick to navigate your vehicle. We'll get into that soon enough. Okay, I have this done. I want to close the grouping, and I want to center it up. Down here in your X, Y, Z controls, if you right-click on the spinner, it is 0. Your vehicle, well, pretty close. I was there. I should have kept that. We need to bring this back up here, like so. Okay, that looks great. Is our vehicle centered? Yep, and it needs to face north. Yeah, we need to go north with this, 90 degrees. Control Z that move. We want to have snap tools on. It's a lot to remember with this stuff. It's 3D animation stuff. I mean, it's been a real blast for me. Yeah, this is where we want to be. Now we want to let's bring in our tool here, our plug-in. It's over here. When you install it, it puts itself in under the utilities panel. You have to create a button for it. Yeah, I'll show you all that. Let's start Director Studio. For some reason, I have to refresh my license manager. And close that, and now we have our vehicles available. I just want to use the not the extended version, but the 4-wheeler free. Oh, and by the way, if you hover over, click on this icon here, it'll give you some information about what tool you're about to use. Okay, I'll close that for now. Let's. I don't have any of the inputs. Our inputs, like you can use a gamepad. You get the feel what the if you were making this to go into a game engine, you can get the feel of what the user will go through by using a gamepad. I just want to automate this process, so I'll use the keyboard since I don't have any of the good stuff with me. This is self-explanatory here. Up arrows, forward. You can change these, of course. Reverse was the down arrow. Right arrow is for right. Left is for left. And we have some extra ones down here. Make sure you don't hover over the thing. You can change it like I just did here. You don't want to do that. If you put your mouse over and scroll the wheel, you can change that. We don't want that. We want left arrow there. We have a braking unit, which I don't use a lot. Keyboard, handbrake, burnout. It's the home key. I believe there's a turbo boost in here. Nitro, there it is. Page up button. You can change all of these if you like. I'm going to accept the defaults and continue here. So now that we have that, our vehicle is in our scene. We can shrink this for a minute. There's our vehicle. From the left viewport, you can see it better. We can see it better. We can scale this. We need to scale this up a bit. You can see that. And just jockey it in position close enough to where we can get to use it. The size of the chassis of the system is not relevant at this point. I see up top here we can move it over a little bit. But only thing we need to be really concerned about is the placement of the wheels. So I'm going to take the perspective view and we'll maximize that viewport. Get in here and start working this out. We select this, that's our grouping. We need to open it. And at this point, we'll align our four-wheel mesh thingy here. No, that's the wheel. We want the mesh. Yeah, okay, we're gonna start this mess with me, huh? Four-wheeler, we need our mesh. Is that the wheel? Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one right here. We want to align it to our wheel. We can do that and that. Center it. Okay. Let's scale it up at this point so we can see it. And just like that, you want it to bleed through the tire. We can grab our tire now, which isn't pivoted properly. Let's fix that. Center object. Turn it off. Okay, and now we want to parent link our wheel with our mesh. We can get there. We should be able to get there. It's in here somewhere. Okay, you being stubborn with me. Yeah, see what made the association? No, it did not. Let me undo that, make sure I did it right. We'll go back one time. Our wheel, we want to align our wheel. If I go to wireframe, it'll be better this way. Wireframe can be tricky, but in this instance, it's not. We have our wheel selected, and then we can just do like that. There, that's the association. Wheel 2 is called Wheel 2. I'm gonna blame the author, the artist of the model for that. This right here, we want our mesh. We want to align it with our wheel here. Accept that. Scale it. Scale. What is scale? Am I scaling? Scaling. We should be able to handle this. It should be close enough. Parent link no, we don't want to do that. We want to grab our wheel 4, parent link it. Okay, we want our wheel and parent link it to, there we go, wheel 4. Yeah, wheel 1. Yeah, that's what we want. We have 4 more to do. Like I said, it's a little tedious, but in the world of CG, you're nothing if you're not persistent. So if you don't have a lot of patience, this isn't the occupation for you. I'm not gonna lie. Scale it. Let's scale it. I've come to, let's do the pivot. Center object. Turn it off. with our wheel selected. With our wheel selected, we want to parent link it to our mesh. Yeah, you highlight over it, good things happen. So we grabbed our mesh. No, we don't need to do that. We don't need to do that for this. We need to align this. We need to do that for our wheel. We'll align it to our wheel. Accept scale. Scale up. Looks good enough to me. And select our wheel. Fix the pivot on that. Turn that off. And parent link it. Like so. No, it didn't take. Okay. That's our wheel. There it is. Brilliant. I hope. I think I see a problem here, but we'll be able to check it out in a second. Won't take long. It won't take long. Not much longer here. We can fix anything that went wrong. Let's close our grouping. Excuse me. Close our grouping and attach our grouping. Parent link our grouping. No, we want to parent link our grouping to the body chassis. Everybody else is in there. Okay? Got it. I believe I'm missing an object here. Warthog 3 will... No, these are the pieces that I made. There are my wheels that are grouped. This is the gun. Wheel 4 doesn't seem to be connected to anything. We can fix that. Let's see if that's the problem first. This here is critical. We'll move it up in position. This here is to detect your pavement. That way the vehicle will ride along with your pavement. All you have to do is parent link that to your terrain or whatever you're using. At this point, we can test it out. Let's try that. Record. It's settled pretty nice. We got two wheels in the front. And if I hit right and page up, home key. Home key is the, where is my home key at? Right here. That's our burnout. All wheels seem to be moving. Let's do this way. Yeah, let's do it this way. We can go forward. Everything is together. Back it off. The home, spin it out a little bit. The suspension on it is great, folks. I like it a lot. In our next move, we'll start our weapon thingy here. Oh, what did I do? Uh-oh. Let me get this straight here. Okay, we'll stop this animation. And as you can see, I have a keyframe set. That's the duration of our animation. Okay. Yeah, that's marvelous. And with this, we can, no, I keep opening that. Let me see, this right here, this is what we want to do. We want to, if I, this little green button here, that hides the, it hides the rigging system, and this one hides the model. And guess what? One of my wheels are missing here. Have to come back and check this wheel. We'll be back in a sec. So we have the wheels in order. Now I just want to go in here and get this gun and play it thing in here. Get my let's get a weapon straight. Let's import our weapon first off. Let's do that. We're at 0. Yeah, we're at 0. And we can go to the thingy here. On this blue piece right here, we click that hold down, and I was already there. FP, firepower. Let's do that. And right click input settings. Let's detect the button to use. control key sounds good to me. Close. Alignment. We want to do the alignment. Align it to our housing unit. Well, try to anyway. So we'll get back in here and muscle it in place. Grab the wrong piece. Yeah, like that. Okay. And I noticed there might be some issues with this piece here. I want to parent link this. No, I don't. Okay. Our barrel. Let's parent link it to the barrel of our mechanism, our firepower. Okay, that accepted that. And our power housing unit, we can parent link that to our housing unit. And if we sorry about the mouse action here. If we run through the animation, everybody's in place, right? Let's do that. We have animation on the timeline, so we'll hit play here. No, we can just record. We're overwriting the current animation. If we go straight, he's in there, and hit our control key, and I get recoil on my weapon, right? Get recoil on my weapon. If I select our what's the thing right here, do the rotation, we can yeah, we can do that. See that? Let's Control Z that while it's recording. Okay, edit undo, and get off a few more rounds. Maybe do that spin I like doing so much. Uh-oh. Come back here. Come back here. Hit the control key a little bit. Yeah, we can do that. It's going to look great. All that's been recorded. As long as I keep the recording going, our bullets will go into infinity. So let's stop it. Let's collect some of these bullets. Where are bullets at? Yeah. They're under our gun housing. And you know, that's really what I want to get across is this that recoil. Now, with this mechanism, there's so much more you can do with it, right? Now that we have things in order, I'm at frame 0 here. We have our recoil on our weapon, and let me run the animation a little bit. We can do that spin out thing here. What is that at? Yeah, right about there. We can start that. Come on, mouse. Are you joking with me? Jesus. Okay. We'll run that a little bit. Run it off. I have several bullets that already have been discharged, and these are following up. You can find these within your hierarchy. Delete them, shoot it again, and with Mass Effects, you can get away with so much more with this, right? I want to get into this real quick, what we can do with Mass Effects. Be right back. Hey, I'm back, right? And we can do another animation, right? We're going to open up the Craft Direct Studio, right? Start Craft Direct Studio. And let's do a recording real quick, all right? Control key is our firing weapon. Would shoot a few rounds and stop that animation. All right, great. At this point, we want to mess with a built-in component for 3ds Max called Mass Effects. Yeah, let's do that. I got this box here representing a wall, right? So we want to select all our bullets. We got bullets. See, Craft Direct Studio gave us bullets from our firepower mechanism rigging system. We don't want the barrel. Let's just 0 through 5. There are more bullets in there, but we'll talk about that later. We want to select these and put a mass effects on it right here. Yeah, you can tear that off like so if you like, but I like things out of the way. I wonder how much stuff can they get in this screen. The graphical user interface is getting crowded. Okay, let's stay on point here. So we want to make these our bullets, our kinematic rigid bodies, and we want to add something to our wall. Let's make it a dynamic rigid body, right? And with this one, we want to start in sleep mode. We can check it here, or you can go here, and I'm gonna go there anyway, just to make sure it's checked. Okay, start in sleep mode under the multi-object editor tab. Yeah, tab. We can close that now. Hey, let's run our simulation. Got the buttons right here. Pause. Let's do it. See what kind of effect we get. Boom. Ooh, I like that. Don't you like that? We can take that one step better with the use of another. Let me stop the simulation. We'll go back to the beginning here. With another, let's do this one here. See, these plugins are just incredible. Rapefire. Let's use Rapefire. Open the Rapefire floater right here. And we're going to add our box. We have our box selected. Oblique fragments. 150 is a lot. Let's see if I can turn it down a little bit. Down, I said. Down. Up. Okay. Fragmented. Now we lost our it killed our body. And when you do this, it creates a selection set for you up in here. Okay. But we don't want all of it. We just want some parts of it. If we can, yeah, we got a bullet right there. Yeah. Where the bullet collides, that's where we want action to happen, right? Now you can get really detailed with this. It's incredible. See if I got it. Yeah. We'll take these two segments here. Hold control, grab that. Yeah. I think we got 3. Let me see. This one and this one. It's kind of tricky, but yeah, I believe we got it. I'll just go to the bottom one. Select this one and make sure I got those. And we want to fragment those. So we'll go to objects and we can just clear this. We already have it cached. We can just clear this, clear and add. And fragment these. 80 is a lot. We'll drop it to 40, right? We'll do 40 and fragment. And if we do our simulation, let me get in here real close so we can see it. You see where I'm going with this, right? Okay. No, we need to see our selection set. I almost forgot something. We need to add our dynamic rigid body function to these pieces that we just fragmented, and do that one move again. With them selected, we'll go to our multi-objects and make sure they're in sleep mode still. Okay, nothing will happen until the bullet reaches them. And let's go back and resimulate. We can make this permanent. Well, it's not really permanent. That's what I like. I like that. We bake that, and then we can always use it. Okay, let's stop this animation. Stop the simulation, and we'll take a look at it under shaded view. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for right there. You dig? That's what we want. Hey, there's a lot of other stuff we can do with this. Look at that. That's very interesting. I like that. Okay, we can do a lot more with this. Like the rocks, they're shattered pretty good, right? It's fragmented pretty good. But guess what? Let's add a modifier to it. Let's select them. Just select our broken up pieces, fragments 2, and we'll add a Rapefire modifier to it. Let me see. Where did that go? Under helpers. I believe it's under helpers. No, that's the bomb. We'll get there soon enough. we want a modifier. Yeah, under modifiers list, it's in here. Rayfire asperity. And right down in here, we want to, if I act right here, we want to, let me zoom in on one of them. Right, see, it's on there already, but we can, just to give it that realism, we can drop it, give it more jagged edges, right? And you can actually do the smoothing. Let's smooth. We'll turn on smoothing groups. Let's gotta do it slow. You know, and it looks more like rocks. Let's do a render. See what we got. I want to zoom in here so you can see what it. Ooh, sorry, way out. There we go. If I select one, we can. No, I didn't say the simulation, but you know, I got to say I got to bake the simulation so we can keep it. Where are we at? Oh, way out in Mars somewhere. Well, that's what I'm working with, folks. I'll be back to show you what else we can do with this setup. It's a combination of plugins mixed with some native applications within 3ds Max to get certain effects. Now we can do an explosion. That's what I'm trying to get to. F10. So we're back, and our next step would be to take this animation a little bit further. I can show you that in a minute, but I want to bring in some more objects in our scene. I need these. Well, the first one will be another box. Let's do that. I don't have, yeah, I need a box. Thank you. This box will represent our debris. Because I'm in the Rayfire now, and I want to show you what Rayfire can do. We'll need a force, and that force will be a deflector or a U deflector. Let's do that. And our object will be our plane. We have to pick an object. Let's pick the plane. Got it. With the box selected, I need the box because I have to do this in wireframe. Won't give me my box. With the box selected, right? We want to go back to Rayfire. Yeah, I thought I had it open for a reason. No, I don't have it open anymore. Go back to Rayfire. Open the Rayfire floater. We can clear this stuff here. Let's clear it. Add our box. And this box will represent debris flying off the wall, believe it or not. Let's fragment it. 40 is great. 40. Yeah, I'm good with 40. And we have a new selection set, number 3 here. And I want to add a modifier to these this debris, our debris. We'll add a asperity, the Rayfire asperity modifier to it. And what this is gonna do, we have to lower that. It's gonna make our pieces look more like rock. Okay. You won't be able to see it from here, so you'll see it in the final outcome. Okay, a few more objects. We'll need a tube. Go back to standard, grab a tube. This tube will represent our gun. I know we have a gun up there, but it's not the gun that we want. It's not the gun that I want. I have to go and make changes to this, but I do want, I first want to align it with our tube, with our barrel here. We'll center it up, and I'll just muscle it in place. We have the alignment. Our angle snaps are on. We'll bring it all the way up here. I have to resize it, but we're going to rotate it first. Let's do 90 on this. Negative 90. As you can see, it's rather large. Doesn't really matter. I'm not worried about is the length. I want it to be long enough, you know. It doesn't necessarily have to be long enough to see this wall, but we want to. Yeah, let's get with this. I'll show you what I'm working with. We can move it a little bit off. And then we'll get to. Let's scale this thing here. Scale it down. We'll make the radius smaller, much smaller. Inner and outer radius, a whole lot smaller. We can zoom in here a little bit. You can see that better. We'll take the inner all the way down. And we can move it over to the right, just offset it a little bit from the barrel. And parent link it to the barrel. Excellent. I might even want to extend the height of it. Yeah, a little bit. I can have it go all the way through the wall. What's going to happen here is that you won't see this in the final render, but we need this to represent a gun. We're going to use something in Rayfire. We're going to go with the Rayfire. Let's do that. No, I don't want to do that just yet. Not yet. There's a lot more I have to do to set this up properly. We need to turn our fire mechanism back on so we can see it. Because I want to bring in one more object. That will be a helper of sorts. Standard, a dummy. Dummy doesn't have to be large, just has to be in the scene and aligned to our firing mechanism there. Okay. We're going to drag this out front. It's going to be way in another zone anyway. What's going to happen here is that our tube will be looking at this, looking for this, our tube, not our tube, well, our tube and our barrel and our thingy here. I'm going to parent, like, I'm going to constraint, yeah, animation, constraint, look at constraint. In-house tools from Mass Effects, right? I don't want it on this one. Scratch that. I want this one. I want our mechanism, which holds everything together, to look at our dummy. Animation, constraint, look at constraint, and connect it to our dummy. You don't say, huh? Okay. Okay, I must be the dummy here. Oh, this is the piece. Okay. This is the piece I want. Let's do that again. We'll grab our gun housing unit that we created. Animation constraint, look at constraint, and attach it. Yay. Now it's sitting right in front of yeah, they're pretty much aligned. Yeah, everything's aligned. Right? And before we do anything else, let me keep initial offset. Right. Now, wherever this goes, our gun housing unit will follow. You dig? And that, in turn, should make everything else follow. See that? Like that. Line to resume. And we want to bring this out past our wall, since we'll be shooting our wall. And I did it backwards in a sense here. No, not really. We'll go from the front view. And we'll start it off in this angle. So I want to shoot around around these blocks here. I don't want to hit these. I can, but I'm not going to. I just want to show off how good of a shot I am. That's what I want to do, right? And we want to animate that. So we'll hit auto key. We'll go out to about frame 200 and take it to this side right there. As you can see, I got these other bullets in there. I can delete those and reshoot it at any given time. You know, that's nothing permanent. But we do want to back off a little bit. Let's go center, and we'll take it up over top. And yeah, that works. Ooh, I hit that right there. That's going to be intriguing. That's going to be interesting when it reaches that point. What I can do is not make it interesting. Let's do that. Let's not make it interesting at this point. Okay, we want to shoot that. That's all we want right there. That'll work great. We'll turn off all the key now. And like I said, nothing's permanent. We go through it. Yeah, just like that. Real smooth. Like we'll be shooting around this stuff here. Okay. Yeah, okay. Now that we have that, we have to add our elements to Rayfire. there's another Rayfire tool within Rayfire, not the helpers, but Rayfire shooting. See, we're gonna shoot it. We want to open the Rayfire shooting floater. Yep. Let's add our gun. That's the first piece. And for the objects that we'll be shooting, is this outer wall here. Yeah, this stuff here. That's what we'll be shooting, and we want to add that. That will be fragment 1. Yep, we'll add that. We want holes and debris. And speaking of debris, we'll go to our particles section. We need to add some of the stuff here that we brought in here. That will be fragment 3. Will be our debris reference, and we'll select this. We'll want to make some changes to it. We'll add that as our particle deflector. We go in the modifiers panel, which has the plane as the object to deflect from. We want to make adjustments here. I know off the top, so I'll just not be stupid with it. We'll turn the bounce down to like 6. Friction, we'll start at 100, and we can modify this as we go along. All right, let's get back to position of our scene here. I have the light set to under options, invisible. It won't show in the render. We're under V-Ray. Let's take a look and see how should we look. Oh, that's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. Look at that. As I've said before, you won't see the tube. I'll just hide the objects for the tube. This is gonna be a great shot though. Let's try zooming in a little bit, maybe. Let's do that render again. I'm an idiot. I forgot something. With V-Ray, V-Ray has this little option in here. I call it render as you go. If I let this finish and turn this on, right? It's gonna do, see that? It renders while we're moving. We zoom in here. There we go. I like that. That's incredible. It works for me. Yeah, right there, huh? How's that? It's gonna look great. Okay, now we'll shoot it. We'll go into here, back to, we have a debris, our tube. Oh, let's make some adjustments here as well. Under our debris, particle debris, we want to change this rate. Let's give it, let's say 3, right? Life is, we're going with 500 frames. And gravity, we won't need to mess with. Size. Let's go 0.3. We'll try that. I hope that works. We'll go back here and shoot it. Let's shoot it. Oh, I got the end frame set to 100. It's not going to go all the way through. But if we, look at that. Need a better graphics card in this machine. Incredible. Let's hit the render. See what we have so far. You notice everything changed colors. It does that. I can make the adjustments to that after we have our animation set. Won't take but a few clicks. Hang in there with me. Well, we don't see the debris either. Did I make it too small? We'll turn this back on. Grab this. And zoom in here. I see some debris here. Right there. And a few holes in the wall. Yeah, excellent. Excellent. Not too much debris. You only got 2 shots off. That's looking great. Fair enough. Let's do the whole thing and see what we get it, alright? We can close this. I want to go 300 frames. Let's do that. We'll kill this layer. This layer has everything that's, that you see with as far as the debris, the deformation, the holes in the wall. That layer contains all that information. Here we have debris, a hole, preference, deformation, and impacts. Yeah, let's shoot it again. We'll delete that layer and shoot it again. Wow, not a lot. Let's do the render. Let me go back some frames. I know I didn't miss. Let's do a render, see what we got. I don't see the holes, the deformation, or any of that. Don't see the holes in all. Started off nice enough. Okay. I believe we're missing shots. It's running along this line here. So all we have to do is update our impact object section. Let's do that. We'll close this and we'll add right in here. We'll add something. Let's delete this layer first before I do that. Let's delete this layer. Start afresh. Delete. That'll clear everything. Let's go back to 0. And we'll then add this. Let's add is it 2? Yeah, 2. Let's add that. We can do this. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, I don't need that. Okay, that's good enough. Might be a little bit a slight conflict here, but I'm trusting it. We want to turn this on. As soon as it's finished, I'm gonna turn on the live view thingy here. Let this render. Turn that. That's rectangle. I don't want this section. I want this. Okay, and then we'll shoot it. We can set this aside and let's shoot it. Yes, sir. Hope the machine doesn't blow up on me. I think it has. I really think it has. Okay. We'll try to close this. Oops. Yeah, we were shooting into the bricks here. I got lucky. It didn't crash. It wanted to. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Got lucky. Huh? Lucky Chucky. I'll show you how we can get in here and make this a lot more interesting, right? Let's zoom in a bit. Not that much. So we can see our holes and our debris. Yeah, that's gonna be nice. Get a close-up view of this. Our debris here is it's not jagged like I wanted it. Look at this rock here. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I just have to do it some more. Increase the threshold, maybe. You can see we have our holes. A little slight problem with our holes here. Well, I'm going to shoot it again, and I'm going to take the... what are those? Be right back. Okay, I found my problem. It was simple enough. This here, if we go into here and select fragment shapes 2, let's do that. I had to turn off the Rayfire asperity. Here I have it turned off. The parameter is still on there, but it's not active. And it gave me the holes in the wall. Now, if I go in here and like it was all different colors, what we want to do, let me see here. 114 objects selected. We want to ensure that it has this color on it, and we need something else. So let me see. Out of our shooter floater, let's grab these objects. Menu. Okay, not you there. Huh? We'll try everything in here. We'll hit this and make it gray. Make sure that it's gray. We'll hit number 2, and it's looking gray. We'll okay that, and we'll hit number 3 and make them gray. Yeah, there we go. That's our plenty color there. Hit okay. Get a render. Not working out. Not working out at all. Okay. Like, this is the hardest part. I'll get it fixed in a second and come back to you. So this color problem here, right? We render, we can see multiple colors in our scene, right? Even with our bullets over here. We don't want that. You know, it kind of, you know, spoils the ending here. So what we'll do is make a shader. Let's do it. Give it a shader. Hit standard, and I'll make it relatively dark. Hit that, right? Okay. Next step would be to select all these. Let me go to my selection panel here, and we need to come back and do these as well. These boxes with the arrows in it, that means that they have sub particles, sub objects within them, like that. We need to come back and do those. But for the most part, we want to grab all the boxes at the start and give them all that general shader by holding shift, selecting all of them, and we'll see if we can apply that material. I think I did it like that. No, it's not showing. Okay, we'll try it another way. We'll select one. We hit no here. We want these selected. These are the hidden objects, and we'll hit delete. Okay, now if you notice, we lost our first fragment segment. That's not a problem. So we'll do that move I just did. We'll go back into here and select all the boxes. We still have our sub particles within some certain boxes. We hit shift, and now we can add that charcoal color. I should have had it in standard view so we can see it. Yeah, shaded view. That's the color we want. If we render, we still have the our shots that are multicolored. We just have to go into sub objects and apply that material. Right? If we come out to like frame 100 something, render it. We have our holes, and they have the proper shading, and our particles do not. We can fix that real easy. Like, let's do that. You have to go in here and do it individually. You have to find the first one, and this right here underneath, that's already shaded. The box, the higher, yeah, piece. And we'll just add our material to that. I'll show you how this works in wireframe. Let's get it going here. We can render. If we start at in our hierarchy here, if we start at the bottom where we should have started, we can see it. We need the first one. Is that the first one? Yeah, that's the last one. We'll grab that, shift hold that. Let's see if we can do this. Control, shift, grab that. Oh, can't do it. Okay, we'll select it and go wireframe. We'll see what we have right up in here, and we'll apply that. Let's grab some more. We'll do the one underneath. The hole and the debris and emitter. Emitters and debris. You need that one too. I said shift. Come on. All right. We got this one down here. We'll add that. We got to come in and do them individually, which is not a problem. Bottom, we did the two at the bottom here. We do this one. Let's try this one. Shift, grab it. Right. A little tedious. Apply material. We still have our place. Let's grab the rest of these. We got some here. Shift, click shift, and add. I want to rebuild it. Okay. Why is everything? Okay, all right. You're playing with me. But we'll get through this and see what we can get away with. Yeah. Uh-oh. Don't want that. Want this. Apply. Let's render and see what we have so far. We have some of them. We didn't do all of them yet. But if I do this, hit render. Okay. Same effect. We'll turn this on. What was that? Okay. Let's get it done. It's working. We'll go up in hierarchy, grab this, shift that. I'll do all these and come back to you, all right? That's what well, I got most of them, and I saved the last part for you to view. Let's do it like this. We can go ahead and select that one. There's one behind it. What is this? I want that too. Hit control. Try to select that as well. Okay. And we can go in there and grab see what we have. This box here. Let's do this. Select that and add our okay. This little marking here. I have to figure that out yet. We'll handle it. I think it's a hidden object, or it might have something to do with the faces, the normals. I just thought about that. The normals. I want this right here. Okay. I can see that's all screwed up. We'll go into a subgroup, find it, open it, and grab the subparticles to it. Shift, grab, and apply. Go out here. Let's look at it. Looking at everything. All right, yeah, we're at 201. Animation stops about 2. Might want to reshoot it. Well, anyway, that's that. That's how we do that. I'll go in here and try to figure out this. Yeah, that's looking real good. I like that. Come back for the next video. I'll be showing you some more interesting stuff. Chuck Woods, hotdevelopers.net. Hotdevelopers.net.